We're going to finish up Genesis chapter 39 today, and then we'll move over into 40 for our next day, but we want to look at verses 21 through 23. It says there, "But the Lord was with Joseph in prison and showed him his faithful love. And the Lord made Joseph a favorite with the prison warden. And before long, the warden put Joseph in charge of all the other prisoners and over everything that happened in the prison. The warden had no more worries because Joseph took care of everything. The Lord was with him and caused everything he did to succeed." So the Lord was with Joseph and showed him his faithful love. So God blessed Joseph in the pit. Okay, when his brothers threw him into the pit, they want to kill him. But he doesn't allow that, and he winds up sending him to Egypt with the Ishmaelite traders. Then he is a slave in the house of Potiphar. He prospers there. He rises up. He's in charge of everything. He's accused of rape by Potiphar's wife. Now he's thrown in prison. And here in prison, once again, he rises to the top. And so the circumstances of Joseph's life are changing. And not really for the better, are they? But God is in every bit of this. In the middle of the prison, he is showing him his faithful love. In the pit, he showed him his faithful love. When he was a slave of Potiphar, he showed him his faithful love. There's a purpose behind these things. And this is true for us, that sometimes we go through difficulties in life and they hurt, but God has a purpose. I mean, I always know the purpose in that moment. It may not be apparent to me, but it doesn't mean it's not there. See, Joseph is in this prison. See, we know the end of the story. If you've read through the book of Genesis, and if you haven't, hey, you just stick with us. We're going to get you all the way into the story. But Joseph doesn't know the end. I know the end. I've read it. I've read it many times. I've taught about it. I've preached about it. It's a fantastic story. And it's amazing what happens in his life. But Joseph is in all three of these places: the pit, slavery, prison. He stays faithful, but yet he doesn't know the outcome. He didn't see the end of the story. He's simply trusting God day after day in the spot he's in. And that is true for us. We have to trust God day after day when we don't know how things are going to work out, right where we're at. Some days you're going to be in a pit. Some days you're going to be on a throne. And it can change quickly day to day. Our circumstances change. And as Joseph's circumstances changed, he just stayed faithful. And look, understand, looking back on this, we can see a few things. God was positioning him so that he would be able to save the lives of his family. God is positioning him so that he can understand and learn and become the administrator that he needs to be to run the nation of Egypt. That's where he's going to wind up. Second in command only to Pharaoh. So he has to get to Egypt. That's the pit. He has to learn the administration. He has to learn the Egyptian culture. That's Potiphar's house and the prison. So even in these difficult things that we would go, Lord, why would you do this to someone that is faithful? There's a plan. God's providence, God's sovereignty is working through these things. And we're going to see that continue through the life of Joseph. And at the end of the story, he understands the whole thing. And so will we. See you later.